What procedures and processes are you putting in place to manage company growth?
This is an awesome question. So I am Mr. Process. And as the creative guy, you never get that. Like the creative guy is the guy who's like, whatever, yeah, no, it's cool, man. It'll happen, and bye bye. So when I was a kid, my father was a auto mechanic for many years, and he had a big toolbox of stuff. And when I learned how to ride a bike, I also learned how to take a bike apart and put it back together. And if I used his tools, that was okay. But if I did not put his tools back where they belonged, that was not okay. And there were consequences, sometimes severe, for that. So then I took sort of that forced upon me way of being into the workplace. And I wound up working for a company called Digitas, which is an advertising agency that started out in sort of this direct mail world. And this is just when digital was coming about, and then became a big digital and direct shop, and is now a really, really big agency owned by another really big agency, et cetera, et cetera. But of all the places that I've ever worked, Digitas had the tightest agency process ever. And I feel like this was my 20s, my early 20s, and I feel like I came up in Digitas to a certain degree. And that experience made me not that very lackadaisical art director, and an experience from my father obviously played into this as well. But I saw how a tight process ran a really good campaign. And not just, it made us more money and it made all the account people happy. It kept us all in line with, this job is actually taking longer to do. We need to go tell the client now that the job's going to take longer, or whatever it is, in that it made the creative better. It made everything about it better. So how process in Manifold is evolving, as you can imagine, 5 people that have worked together for 7 years, there's not a lot of process necessary because we can all read each other's minds. And now as we're 10 people, and then we can't read each other's minds, that process is a really important thing. And of all of my partners, I feel like I'm the one who's always beating the process horse a lot. And we've done things like we've taken our timesheets and moved them from a more manual place to a more digital service, piece of software. And not only just that little thing, to me, I'm so excited about it, and I can't even believe it. It's made me personally more productive, because now I got this little ticker on my clock when I turn on my timesheet tracker, and I'm like, I've been doing this thing for 35 minutes. I need to stop doing this and let me go do this other thing that I need to do. It lets me organize my day. So I guess by nature am a process-oriented guy, and I am pushing sometimes harder than I should be to implement as much process without destroying the culture that we have into Manifold.